that's what you just should do.
Is it a podcast? Is it a show? Ellie Nosters, they don't even know. Hey.
What's up, everybody?
We're back.
Episode 15.
Here we are.
Can't believe we survived.
We got Nick Gibbs sitting in today. We're back for another week.
Haven't you heard?
Yep.
Got Nick Gibbs sitting in.
All right, we'll check out the graphics for the shows coming up this week. Support local music. Let's get out there, spend $10, buy a shirt, all that shit. Roll that shit.
So I want to point out that music that we just heard over that graphic is a new one that John has been putting together.
And he's done all of them, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You guys, you have helped on a couple of them, or?
On a couple of them. This one was all John, though.
This one's all John.
One was a remix from Brad's album. Yeah. And then, you did a bass line for the bluesy one. And the rest is just
been fun.
Shit I'm fucking around with.
Cool. It's the perks of like having a studio, like this adult playground. We get to just...
Wow, thanks, God.
Hey, you guys want to make some wicked like polka metal?
We're going to have to eventually cut together everyone's face looking up. Like all guests have like done the fucking one up at least one time.
I didn't know God was in here.
So like I said, we got Nick Gibbs sitting in with us today. We're going to get into all his stuff. But this man, we just went through it. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
Happy belated Father's Day.
Yeah, happy. This will be out.
My first Father's Day.
We're 2 days removed from filming, but this will be out Monday. First Father's Day. I've been through a few. I've been through a few of them. I've been father now for 12 years. You've been 5? 5. Yeah, I got a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old. So.
That's pretty lit.
So I've been a father since October, but my kid's 11.
Yeah.
That's how adoption works sometimes. And adoption, sometimes we get those kids that kind of seen some shit. So this was my Father's Day present. I got, even though I'm not from your sack, I know you've still got my back. Happy Father's Day.
That's a great coffee cup.
Yeah, for your adopted kid to get you. Yeah. That's
probably
great.
also good for stepchildren and stepfathers.
Yeah.
I like
definitely.
Yeah. So happy Father's Day to everybody out there in their kids' life. So
yes,
and
cheers.
to all 3 fathers right here. Cheers to all of you guys for sure. And it's cool being a dad, man. It is. Even all our production guys are also dads as well. So happy Father's Day to those and all your guys' families. Like, great. Fathers don't get enough credit, especially ones that are hanging around and doing what they're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
So, that's how it goes. So, congratulations. How did it feel to be get your first Father's Day? Did you guys go do the dinner thing or hang out and cook, or what'd you guys do?
This is what they do on Father's Day. I found out they buy you steaks and make you cook them.
Yeah. That's kind of how it goes. Yeah. But the thing is, we're such dicks about it that we wouldn't really want it any other way.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna if you're the steak cooker at the house?
If you fuck up my steak on Father's Day, I'm gonna be kind of mad.
Yeah, so it's on you, kind of.
I'll take care of that. I'll just
I mean, it's cool if both people or multiple people in the house share the grilling experience. But usually, it's one person. So if whoever it is, woman or male, whoever you buy steaks, they're doing it. So.
Oh, absolutely. Got to have that go-to griller in the house for sure.
Yeah, the grill guy.
Somebody's got to be able to click the tongs a few times.
Yeah, make sure they're working. Yeah. Check engine lights on those.
My neighbor has a pellet Traeger, so if I ever want to
that's what I got.
We roll up over there.
Just what I'm saying. You got to come to pool volleyball. That's what we got. That's what we got. I smoked 2 pizzas.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Didn't you smoke some pizzas?
What you do is you get the Papa Murphy's pizzas. Mm-hmm. You can even get the cheap ass ones. You can even get the Tostino's ones if you feel like it. Mm-hmm. You can throw pizza rolls on there if your ass really gets crazy. But for the most part, if you get a good gourmet pizza that you cook at your house, Papa Murphy's isn't bad, and they're $15 a piece. But
dude, they're fantastic.
But that's I used apple wood this week, and it soaks into that crust, boy, and it is. And honestly, you have to be an idiot to fuck something up on a Traeger because you can't really burn anything.
No,
because it's indirect heat.
Yeah, you're just smoking.
Yeah, so it's nice. So it's real easy thing to do for
team air fryer. Air fryers are the way to go.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to get me an air fryer, dude. But it was costing like PlayStation 5 money when they first came out.
We'll see where that money
They
goes.
leveled off a bit now. Like,
What can you get one for now?
you can get one reasonable, but my problem with them is it's like it's a long time for a big batch of something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you're gonna do a big batch of chicken
For
wings
fries
or
for like
something,
5 people?
yeah,
Facts.
man, like that's gonna take you a while.
Like, what's a while? I haven't used one yet. Like,
They take
20
about
minutes?
Well, like it is a small like compartment, so
That's the
they're
problem.
not big.
Yeah,
so
I've
you have
seen
to
them,
do
but I've never
multiple-
like really had a lot of like.
So we have 2 air fryers at our house. So I have one in the kitchen that my older brother uses, and then we have one on our kitchen table too. So like,
So you can have batches, multiple
yes.
batches.
Oh,
So
that
when
helps.
we do chicken wing night, one does a batch, I do a batch, and then we put it in 2 separate plates. Everybody
Right.
tries them, and then we go back and rinse and repeat.
So I can fuck up some food, man. I think even with 2 air fryers, you'd still be making my wings.
They
and
ain't made
my
the big
fries.
like American
Yes.
fat guy one yet. There's not a
Yeah.
big American fat dude one yet. That's like the size
Not
of your
yet.
half. Of
We
your,
haven't got Texas yet.
There's gonna be.
Yeah.
I guarantee someone's out there trying
Texas
to make
Instruments
this.
for me.
Yeah.
We gonna have air fryers in the counter by the time this is over.
We got calculators and air fryers, man.
Well, because we got a Fry Daddy. Like we have one that we use peanut oil in and
And I'm
stuff.
telling you, the Fry Daddy's superior every time. Like
It does do it
It
better.
is less healthy, man. I'm gonna tell you.
It is
And
way
look at
less
Nick
healthy.
versus us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I got the air fryer, Fry Daddy.
Fry Daddy. Yeah.
I'm flipping the fuck out of that.
But leftover pizza in the air fryer tastes like it's brand new, like you just ordered it.
Really?
Yeah.
How like you just run it in there through there pretty quick? I
Yeah.
don't know shit about air fryer. I need to get me one of these.
Dude, I
Air
do
fryers
that
are
with my-
life altering.
You know a good way to do leftover pizza, man? Cast iron.
Dude,
Oh yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
I've done
Cast
that.
irons,
Do
bro.
that.
That's my shit.
I don't doo on it, but I do that.
I do that.
I do that.
I make a mean steak on a cast iron. That's
Oh,
usually
me
my
too,
preference.
because I like it rare
butter
too.
base. I like
Yeah.
it butter base.
Yeah,
and I
but-
like it rare.
Especially if you got the thyme and the garlic and everything, and
Yes.
you can. I mean, I've watched the Gordon Ramsay cook a steak in
Yes.
7 minutes.
Dude, cheers.
I mean,
Yes.
if you ain't cooked a steak, if you ain't got a cast iron skillet and watched him do it for you real quick, I mean, granted, he makes everything look really fucking easy.
That's because he's good.
But you can do it pretty easily. A little bit of
Butter base?
Oh man, that stuff is
Yep.
killer.
Oh, dude.
And if you like it a little more well done, I found out you can do that and then put your oven at like 200 and just put it in there for a little
Yep.
bit. Like and just
That's
put-
what I do.
yeah, like if you like a medium, like if you want a little more medium, or some people like well done or medium well, but I like medium rare is where I like mine.
Yeah.
So usually the skill is good enough for me, but like it's you pop it in that oven real
People
quick.
who like well done are still chewing right
That's
now.
my dad.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like,
that's
they're
my-
still
I don't.
That's Justin's
Dude,
favorite.
I grew up in a household where my dad overcooked the shit out of
Oh,
everything.
God.
dude.
Worse.
I used to hate steaks.
And then put ketchup on that.
Oh,
Oh,
shit, dude! You met my dad apparently.
If you put sauce on your steak,
He's a
that
great
was a
man,
terrible
but-
steak. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Well,
you have to
you know,
put sauce
I've
on
had
it
some
to keep it
amazing
out.
au jus and stuff for some prime ribs and
Oh, yeah.
some
But
stuff.
that's
But au jus is
That's
for
different.
prime rib.
But I've had
That's-
some like that tomahawk steak with
Yeah.
that big bone come with this little sauce that I really enjoy.
Oh, dude! I did.
So-
My twin for Father's Day got me a tomahawk steak, and he butter crusted it and aged it in the fridge for 4 days. Oh yeah,
We're going full father
Dude.
grill mode because that sounds amazing.
dude. And then he did the grilling. I like my steaks rare.
Me
That's
too.
my.
I like
person.
them a little bit over rare, just a little like
Medium
creeping
rare.
into the
A
medium.
mid-rare is fine
You
by me.
go straight
Mid-rare's
medium.
fine.
Yep.
I like mid rare. A little
Yeah.
bit in just so it isn't so chewy. I want to give me a little texture to it. A
I
little
gotta be
bit.
able to bite through that thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Without, like,
I want to be able
trying.
to, and I want to be able to cut them real nice. You know,
I like
strips
juice.
The
of-
off grain 45
Yeah,
off
you know
grain.
what I mean.
It's just
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
yeah, dude. Well, I mean, if you cook the steak right, it's tender and you can cut. I've seen people cut it with a spoon. Oh,
That's
dude.
what I'm talking about.
What's your guys' favorite cut?
Ribeye, dude.
Ribeye?
Ribeyes.
Filet.
Filet mignon,
The
probably.
high class.
I like the
Like
filet.
the thing is, for me, like I always, it is the best tasting one,
Or
but it's not enough.
porterhouse.
There's not enough of it. I'm such a big guy. I'm like, that's just too small. I gotta find
That's
one
what I was gonna
that's.
say. If you're gonna go with filet
I gotta
mignon,
find
just
one
get
that's
the
bigger.
porterhouse.
I like
Get
a
all
good
of it.
Casey strip.
yeah,
Like a
the
good-
porterhouse is all the way.
porterhouse, yeah, too.
Like
It's the filet mignon. It's the T-bone.
We just think, so who's got the best steaks in town?
That's hard.
my
That's hard.
steaks.
Yeah, right. My house.
Yeah,
My ass.
you know, to me, that's how I've always been. Not to dodge the question a little bit, but like when I go out, I don't get steaks usually because you can just get really good cuts from a lot of places here and just cook them at your
Well,
house.
it's overpriced. Like you're spending like
Yeah.
to sit and have somebody cook it. I like the process of cooking.
Me too. I do enjoy cooking as well.
Me personally, like I can go get a lamb chops and then go get a steak and pay less than what I would pay at like, you know.
You can even kick some seafood in too. Get a little shrimp
Oh
and
my
stuff.
god!
You know,
I like
nothing.
Little surf and turn.
yeah,
Little
dude.
mushroom on it.
Oh, well, come on.
Crawfish boil.
I will cook with. Actually, I do cook with mushrooms.
You guys like crawfish boils?
I actually shout out to DJ
it.
Panda, my friend Tony Vu. He just did a big 30-pound crawfish boil at his house.
I need that.
It was amazing. Next time you could come with me, man. I'll give you an invite.
Yes,
I'll give you an invite, man, for sure.
I will definitely come with an appetite. I look tiny, but I have a big
especially
appetite.
with crawfish.
All right, so how many pounds you put away? I'm about a 3-pounder.
That's about me and my kids did about.
I've never weighed
a little over 3 pounds together. Yeah. Just because you're at a party, you're not trying to take everybody's crawfish. There's a bunch of people there.
And it comes with potatoes. It comes with corn.
Yeah, there was sausage. There was a lot of the fixings too. Lots of desserts too.
I've never weighed myself doing it. I'm just.
So what do you usually eat crawfish like at an Asian buffet?
Well, no, I make it at home.
Do you buy a pound or what?
Well, yeah, but we never count. We just get bags. We're just like getting bags of it and eat till we can't.
I feel like we should prepare for this and grilling with Nick Gibbs or something.
Well, I did have a guy hit me up that was
that'd be rad.
A guy that does catering and shit, and he talked about coming on and talking about his art and feeding us.
Do a hot ones thing where we have different hot wings.
Yeah, see that. I'm already sitting here trying not to sweat my ass off anyway drinking, so it's but
you could have the light wings. We can have mellow wings.
What we could do is a whole whiskey flight.
Oh,
you know what I mean? We do a whiskey flight.
I mean, and some wings.
Hot ones.
Don't lose the wings. Yeah, we'll still do the wings, right?
We start out with really nice, and then we get into the rock gut.
Wings.
If you can survive the rock gut,
Well, all right. Before we get too far away from it,
we got lost in the food.
Hey man,
it's so easy to do.
Man, you can. I know I'm gonna be watching this and see me getting starry-eyed. But I wanted to talk about some of the stuff that's going on here at Muse. You guys are getting close with the nonprofit stuff.
No.
So I want to get into a little bit of that. We blazed over it last time. We didn't talk about it much. So.
Yeah. So this is super cool. We have our nonprofits. It is filed, and
let's go.
And there's a thing about yes. Oh man, I'm so happy. Today was a big day for us.
Happened today.
Yeah. So that's fresh off the press news here.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. No, this is all today. Nonprofit is filed. We are under fiscal sponsorship of another nonprofit.
Is that somebody that you can pimp and say that?
I don't know. Yeah, it's so new.
We're not going to say anything quite yet, but hopefully there's another nonprofit we can.
Yeah, but so another nonprofit is basically saying that they will accept funds on our behalf.
Nice.
Because we just filed, and then they basically distribute those funds as we need them.
That's beautiful.
And
things are going in the right direction.
So that's one thing that's happening for the nonprofit angle of what we're doing. And I sat about 4 hours through a city council meeting today, and we got our zoning approved. Ooh. So we had a zoning change there that allows us to go from neighborhood retail, which is the rest of the school, and it allows us to go limited commercial, which allows use as an entertainment establishment.
Beautiful.
And so now I can file for my entertainment license, and I'm 30 days away basically from that. And that allows me to have ticket sales for shows, and everything's legit and legal, and
no problems.
And it works out great. Yeah, no problems. I can start having shows to where I can buy in the show. Because so far when I've had shows, it's all donation based. I have to basically get a sponsor to cover the costs of our venue, and then we split with the promoter. You know? Not to get too far in our business, but that's kind of how
that's how you have to do it. You have to do it right now.
That's how I had to do it to keep it legal and
move towards what we're getting.
What we're getting at.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. I'm happy for you.
Me too.
Okay, so the zoning totally passed, but there's a weird point in this meeting that I can't quite get over, and I want to talk about for a minute. So.
Were you sitting through the strips of the fentanyl strips and marijuana strips today?
Yes.
That they're trying to legalize.
Did you hear about?
Well, yeah, I know. That's what I wondered if you were talking about. So I didn't bring it up quite yet.
Totally. Okay, so
it's bullshit.
Okay, so the state of Kansas has made illegal fentanyl testing strips.
Yeah, and weed testing strips too. So you can. There's a weed testing strip and a fentanyl testing strip. One, you can test illegal drugs and see if they have fentanyl in them or anything, and you can test weed with this other one, and they have forever been illegal in the state of Kansas.
Fentanyl is the number one killer of people 18 to 45 in the state.
It's a big problem.
And they don't want you to be able to test your drugs.
You can.
I don't understand.
You can.
Could it be a deterrent?
You can stupidly see. A
deterrent for what?
But you can stupidly see how people would not want you to be able to test illegal drugs because you shouldn't have them.
Right.
But that's not the point.
But go fuck yourself. That point means nothing.
Well,
if someone's trying to make sure they don't die from whatever drug that they're doing.
Look, guys, the reality is the drugs are already there.
Exactly.
They're already doing the drugs. Okay?
100%
They're already doing it. Now,
yeah.
I am sure somewhere out in our city right now there's a guy fucking smoking some meth and worried that it might have fentanyl in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess my point is, when I said deterrent, I'm playing the devil's advocate, of course.
Right.
So, definitely not in support of that. What I'm saying is they're doing that to induce fear, so people will be like, maybe I need to quit doing this because I can't even test it now.
That's a good point.
They never
Very good angle that I did not.
They never were able to test it. Is my point.
Well, yeah.
So it's changing nothing. To change something is, I think, the goal.
Well, they're trying to say now. Well, what he's saying is they're using fear as a deterrent to say that now, look, you can't even test your drugs now, so you're just going to fucking have to roll the dice on the street.
Yeah.
And if you can't test them, quit.
Yeah.
I get that, and they're also, I get that they're not trying to promote a thing that helps you test safe illegal drugs. I mean, that's not something that you could sell. You know what I mean? When you say it like that, you get their point, but
do I like their
point? But the real point is, and when you live in reality, people do methamphetamines, people do cocaine, people do Molly, people do all these things.
People do that shit.
Let them make sure that they're not.
They're already dying in record numbers of it.
Yeah, right. Especially since
that's what I'm trying to say.
If I was running the country, the first thing that I would do is I would do a random drug test on every politician and whatever representative of that state that is test positive of that said stuff, it would be legalized immediately. So, okay,
brilliant idea.
You know, politician, blah, blah, blah. You like blow. Fantastic. Since you represent
New
your
Jersey's
state.
Blow state. Here we go.
Blow state. Let's go.
Because you know that big fat motherfucker in Jersey was doing blow. What was his name?
Oh, my God.
You know that? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. That dude that closed all the beaches and his whole fucking family was out chilling on the beach.
Right.
Bay.
Like, Ted Cruz, congratulations.
Yeah,
we found weed in your system here. We're going to go ahead and legalize it. And, I mean, that's fair, right?
Fair enough. Well, what's really fair about it is people that work for the government. I worked for the government for 15 years for the water department here in town, and I was subject to random EUAs at any point in time. I had a CDL, so the Department of Transportation could also random me at any time. So I was getting them all the time.
Right.
Senators, congressmen, like all those people, they are exempt from UAs. Like all of those people do not have to take UAs whatsoever.
Miraculous.
All of your congressmen.
That's my
like I'm working for you. You can call me and tell me to go fix the fucking sewer pipe, but like you ain't gotta have you ain't gotta get UA.
That's my point. It's like you're representing the state.
Exactly.
You're representing your country. If you're the president and you get caught with that stuff, fantastic. Now it's federally legal for everybody.
Yeah, no shit.
Congratulations.
Let's go one further.
We could have one president light this motherfucker on fire.
Let's go one further. Let's go one further. All right, the state representative for district, whatever the fuck, you know. Well, in his area or her area, the average income is this. Now that's your income.
Yeah. That would be beautiful.
Fight for the people a little bit, raise their income, and you get a raise.
Yeah, because you could base the salary. You're basically saying base the salary of your constituents on the people that are in office.
By the way, everybody in this podcast, if we're not alive tomorrow, we did not commit suicide. We just spilled some woke stuff.
I know I don't look it, but I am reasonably healthy.
Yeah. I have no plans to off myself tonight.
No,
and,
we are not committing suicide with 2 bullets in the back of our head.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have not committed suicide with 2 bullets in the back of our heads. Okay, you heard about that, right?
Hanging by toilet paper.
The what was that, Clinton thing?
Yeah.
Dude.
Allegedly.
Epstein.
Honestly,
I don't even know what he's talking
totally
about.
May or may not
Nick
have
Gibbs.
happened.
Nick Gibbs.
Don't give out my address, bro. They got me.
Oh fuck, man! Like that's just crazy shit. So, what were they saying in the city council meeting about this? Even though we've diverged.
So we've gone off a little bit. Okay, but so fentanyl strips. Basically, they're saying that they would like some more information.
Yeah, they're waiting until August. Yeah,
before they do anything. They can't, as a city, do anything less than the state of Kansas. Okay. But Mayor Whipple, and I have to say I'm a Mayor Whipple fan.
Me too.
Okay, and I love this guy.
Yeah.
But Mayor Whipple said, I'm not asking us to like decriminalize it or offer it or whatever. He's just saying I don't want my municipal courts wrapped up in it. Mm-hmm. He's like, so if the state of Kansas wants to prosecute that case, fine, take it to a district court. But my municipal courts will handle more important shit.
Well, yeah.
And he went so far as to bring in marijuana He goes, our city's already passed legal marijuana. The constituency that's out there say they want it.
Yeah, we passed decriminalization already.
And he's like, if we're going to do that, I don't want that in my courts either.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he said something along the lines of, I don't want my grandma who's got caught with THC to be wasting court time and money.
He brought that up today. I wonder if his grandma really fucking smoked.
Yeah, probably.
I
saw him in an interview today.
Allegedly.
I saw him in an interview today.
I love your grandma.
I don't remember where he's originally from, but I did vote for him. I don't remember where he was originally from, but he talked about one of his best friends growing up died of opioid addiction.
Yes, he was talking about that today.
So, like, when someone says I come from a place where opioid addiction is a really problem, I instantly think West Virginia. Yeah. So I don't know if that's where he's from, but usually when I hear opioid giant problem,
is that racist? What is that? That's like
status.
I don't think that's what that means.
Yeah. But, canceled. Hashtag canceled.
I'm not. Well, just by one state. I mean, I think we can get by without the views in West Virginia. So
don't become a hashtag on Twitter.
I mean, unless we're selling opioids.
Is this where we ask if they have an internet?
No, this is where we edit some shit out.
Yeah, this is where we do not make sure they don't know my face that well. So,
but no, I mean, I agreed with this point wholeheartedly. He's like,
why waste city dollars on that shit?
Yeah. He's like, if the city already doesn't want this legislation going on. Mm-hmm. You know, okay, and the bill in the first place was to declassify 3 different substances as marijuana under Kansas state law.
Yeah, was it
that
Delta
happened,
8 and all this shit?
And we're trying to reciprocate some of what happened on a state level, right? And so this happened, but once that was brought up, it just opened the door. Okay, Ho Hiesel, who is a new city councilman from District 3, I believe, he brought up the fentanyl because in his district that's a big deal, you know. And he was like, I want to see fentanyl strips.
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, it's outlawed on the state level. And so that brought up the whole thing.
That should be a public, that should be like we should hand those out for fucking free.
But they're not government regulated yet. And that's...
They're not like approved by the FCC or
they're not going to be government regulated
ever. Fuck the FCC,
ever.
by the way. Like, what a crooked ass fucking organization that place is.
So, well,
allegedly. Actually, they do great work. Those people do great work down at the FCC. Honestly,
they are scientists and doctors and
actually,
intelligent
all of us have relatives that work very hard for the FCC. So...
And our term of the day is allegedly.
Allegedly,
and we're going to use that as much as possible.
Yeah, we'll clip the shit out of this. Allegedly, maybe.
Allegedly, just put it as a prompt on the top, or allegedly with the word in the mouth.
Can we start giving out stuff like that? People are dropping dead off of pins dropped with the fentanyl, and we can't.
Hey, can I tell you something else funny? Talking about this, so Muse Meridian, we haven't even really got off the ground yet, okay? But during this zoning thing, we attended a district advisory board meeting. These guys make up their own recommendations about what the city councilman for our district should do with our zoning. And that meeting went really cool, and one of the board members from that actually sees what we're doing, really wants to help, and brought by a whole bunch of disposable drug bags. So if you have outdated medication, or if you have a bunch of meth and you can't look at that anymore, you know, you're really trying to get sober, you can bring it to us and we can put it in this bag, add water, it deactivates all the drugs in it, and then we can pour it in the toilet and flush it.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah. That's been approved by sewer maintenance here in Wichita.
Well,
I worked there for 15 years. I don't know if
Boyle advisory at Muse Meridian.
Yeah, right? Are you... Boyle advisory for sure. To be fair, anybody with any water and the disposable water are two separate things. Great joke.
If I'm dumping Farmies down the toilet, that does something. That's how they got meth gators in Florida.
Yeah, dude, that was a real fucking thing.
Gators?
Oh, yeah.
You haven't heard of the meth gators?
Yeah.
What do they eat? Copper?
No, dude. They were fucking a problem, dude. This is a real thing. There's a documentary being worked on about it actually currently right now. The
meth gators.
Fucking
gators.
Lagoons. A lot of rural areas in Florida do not have access to actual sewer pipes
but a lot of access to meth and
a
gators.
Lot of access to meth and gators and lagoons.
It is Florida.
So you have this big lagoon. You have this giant lagoon right next to a fucking swamp. Of course a gator's going to trip back and forth. You got a lagoon saturated with fucking methamphetamines because there was a raid at the fucking house that week. Now you got five fucking gators running around murking shit.
Just asking for copper.
Well, they're how they figured it out.
Their face.
How they figured it out is they were on the corners actually selling.
I'm not done my teeth.
They were standing up on their hind legs, but they're like, something's wrong here.
How they got $20 for a blowjob?
They got crazy aggressive towards.
All them
they got
teeth.
crazy aggressive. They were killing actually other alligators. Yeah. So like rarely does that happen amongst a big size alligator. Like I can't wait till this documentary comes
I
out.
heard it's because they have all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Yeah, it is. I heard.
That's why they all for Henri.
I heard. Mama told me. Mama said.
My mama said.
No, Colonel Sanders.
You're wrong. Mama's
if
right.
you gave them a toothbrush, they have kind of a
Hey, man,
T-Rex syndrome. Could they brush their teeth with their stumpy little legs?
So what are you promoting, man? I know you got some tracks you got coming up.
Oh yeah, Nick Gibbs is.
Oh my gosh.
Nick Gibbs 316.com.
Yeah, nickgibbs316.com.
Ain't you heard?
Haven't y'all heard? Merchandise is there. My latest tracks. There's some that I cannot put on that website, so some of those you have to look up. Manifested by Jason Catlett. Thank you, bro.
Shout out.
That's a song you're on right
yes,
now currently?
it's a heavy metal track that I did where I actually fast rap, and I also fast rap scream in the backs, which is kind of lit.
So you kind of on it. So you had some lyrics on it, and you kind of did the chorus for it too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Let's check that out.
That and Ashen King is the same one. Like I did some metal vocals with that along with rapping as well. It kind of it's been kind of different, man. It's like a whole different change for me. I used to be in a metal band back in 2012, and now I'm bringing it back randomly out of nowhere, which is pretty cool. That's back in the scenery days, bro.
Well, I don't think it's out of nowhere, man. I think music kind of revolves around it.
Well, I didn't think
What
I'd
was your
ever
start
do
in
it.
music? Did you start with hip hop or did you start with?
I started with heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
That was
as a
my
front man for a heavy metal band. Nice.
Yeah, so I was a vocalist. Beneath the Sky was like my biggest inspiration with vocals. Like I hit high notes and barely did like lows. But now you guys heard a little sample.
A lot of range.
Practiced.
Real guttural,
like a lot of fucking range.
Like I dabble all around with that. But my next album that I'm working on is on the hip hop side is BBTE. Bring Back the MC is the acronym for it. And it's old school '90s boom bap style.
Like you just gonna drop bars on me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
So there's a song that's already out. It's called Monumental Mental, and that's like the pretense of it. And it's very. I mean, I've got a lot of good reviews off of that. A lot of people say it reminds me of old school hip hop. This is the one that threw me off. I wasn't quite ready for this one. Monumental Mental. Somebody said it gave me a Wu-Tang vibe, and when they said that,
that's when I hear you trying to do the old school like hit me with bars. That's what I hear.
I love that style. It's definitely boom bap, old school style. It's a work in progress. I don't want to rush it because I've got a lot of good, tasty 90s style boom bap beats that.
But that stuff's hot right now, so I wouldn't sit on it too long. Don't let that trend.
Well,
roll
put your
back
lyrics. For me, as a listener of hip hop music, I'm never a creator, so I'm never going to speak like I know a bunch of shit. But like I like when I'm listening to hip hop music, which is what I like. Sometimes that music I go to that about half the time because it really puts the lyrics on Front Street.
Yeah.
Like it's just like we're giving you like this is the beat and like just go.
Yeah.
Like in that raw style brings me back to Wu-Tang and like.
Well, like R.A. the Rugged Man's another one that I'm a big influence on, and I want to be able to fast rap into the beat and have intricate lyrics and multiple like double entendres, triple entendres, and similes, metaphors. Of course, everything that's
got that motherfucker.
Got him.
Damn.
Target down.
Come through here again.
Yeah.
What happens to you?
Tell your friends. But
Just
like,
put him on a spike so we
fucking William Wallace.
warns everyone
Yeah,
else.
William Wallace.
just put it on one of those fly stickers on the front. Let people know what you're capable of.
Yeah.
But that old school boom bap, like R.A. the Rugged Man style. I have this song that I'm working on called "Bring Back the Funk," which is funk. Funk. The beat is.
You putting some horns in there?
It has some horns in it.
Oh, put some horns in there.
Oh, dude, it's delicious.
You
win
win
me
like a
over.
live band in the studio. You're going live musicians.
I was about to say,
no, actually, I have a guy who
You'd be
like.
great for that.
Oh, dude,
You'd be fucking
I would
amazing.
love it.
He would be so cool for that. He's really such a talented artist.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. Like that's one of my dreams.
He
Like,
could take over that like fucking band, even like R&B shit. He could do both of
Yeah.
those. Really.
well, I am working on an R&B track. Like somebody sent me an R&B track that wants me to be on that as well. So like I'm hitting different levels, and I'm not being put in a box. Like I'm learning.
I love that about. That's why I like it that you're willing to do whatever, man.
Oh, dude, I'm pushing it. So like my goal as an artist before I'm done, I want to be able to scream, sing, and rap, and do like EDM shows as well. So like,
and you go and like mix it all too and do it yourself.
Yes.
Or you want to do it yourself?
Yes. So I'm
awesome.
learning how to mix and master right
That's
now,
nice.
and like
That's
I'm gathering the information. Like I already record at home for myself. So like anybody who sends me a feature and things like that, I can record it and send it out. Like the last guy.
He's on the shit too.
Yeah.
The song's solid. The song I just put out, it's called Test Me, and my buddy Raven hit me up from Fifth Power Entertainment, which is a feature that he, of course, hit me up on. And
Well, shout out to Raven.
yeah, Raven.
Yeah,
Raven
check
Hunter,
out
man.
Check out what's the name of the track?
It's called Test Me. It hasn't come out yet.
Test Me? Okay,
Yes.
look out for that.
It's fire.
As soon as you share, we'll share it too.
Oh,
We'll share
dude,
it too, so.
it's a whole different style, and like I
That's
did a
all.
different demeanor with it too. Like I'm
Is
telling
it a
you,
different cadence or is it just something
cadence,
different?
delivery. Like I
Alright,
had a
can't
little
wait to
more
hear it.
rasp with it, a little
Alright.
more anger with
I mean,
it.
you got a lot of possibilities, man. Because doing something different within the hip hop community and moving into maybe some singing and some even Ballistic talked about
It's a
doing
hard
that. Like
thing
he
to
wanted
do.
to do some. He even did some hard rock stuff too, which
Yeah.
was kind of cool. So
It's just a hard thing to do because I feel like the industry at large wants you to refine it down to this is the thing I do. This is the one narrow little vibe that
is it because that's what they can sell, or what is their reason?
It kind of is.
I mean, I'm not in that industry, so
Well,
why
they
do
want
do that?
consistency.
Yeah.
And
Some they can
and the
just
thing
say this is what you are and this is what I can
well,
sell
yeah,
you as.
because
They
if you
can- they
maintain
can
this
book you
consistency,
as and shit.
They know exactly what to pitch you as, and then if you're
fuck
going to
that.
stay in that vein, then that's consistency.
well,
to the
that's why I
consumer.
stay independent, and I'm using my independence as an independent artist
Yeah,
as
own all your
leverage for a
fucking
res. Well, it's a resume builder. So even if I go to a record label now, at this point, it's a sales pitch. It's not me trying to pitch them, hey, on my next album, I'm going to try metal.
And-
I'm going to show them, hey, I've done metal.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
done R&B. I've done rap. I've done EDM. Which one do you want to do, and how much do you want to pay me to do it?
And
Yeah, let me produce this shit and just get the fuck out of my way.
I would say now I have like 8 different styles.
I just need
Which
your
one do I want?
distribution.
Yeah. Cast that wide net.
Yeah.
See what hits and start doing that. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the
you
thing
can
is-
always do the other stuff, and you can always sell those tracks off and make a whole nother side.
Well, it gives you what's fun for
Side
hip hop
dick.
artists. What I always love about hip hop has been my favorite thing, and I wish that, and I think it's happening more than probably I realize, but I wish it happened more. Is featuring on tracks is such a cool thing that hip hop does.
Yeah.
Come and drop some bars or a chorus or whatever you got on my track. Like I wish that the rock community and everybody else would get a little more into that. Like just
It's getting there.
Is
So
it?
like,
and
Tom,
you've been doing it, so that makes sense.
well, like Tom Barber is like a prime example of that. Tom Barber, who's the lead singer of Chelsea Grin, was the lead singer of Lorna Shore in the heavy metal side. Tom Barber's my inspiration in the heavy metal side because he's done features with like many different bands. And he's like really pushed that envelope because usually bands just stick to themselves,
Yeah.
and they sometimes will have a guest vocalist and things like that. He's like, nah, let me just hit this avenue, this avenue, this avenue, and I'm gonna push my vocals in many different ways to match the band itself.
Right.
So like, that's kind of what I'm doing. Is like people are asking me for features, and of course, I'm like when Jason hit me up for the Ashen King, which was the first feature that I did with him, he expected me just to rap. That was his expectation.
Cool track.
Yeah, it is. I've
Thank
heard
you.
the track. Yeah,
Thank
I've
you.
actually heard the track. Yeah, too.
And he was like, I didn't know you were gonna go that way, and I was like, well, of course you didn't. You asked me to rap
I
on
never
it.
showed you that.
But when I say that, like I say I'm a heavy metal vocalist, people are like, oh yeah, sure, whatever, because just it's oversaturated, just like a rapper. Like I'm a rapper, and just so happens my buzz is from hip hop, which I'm truly thankful for. But
It's a hard buzz to get into in this time too. So
dude.
take that buzz.
I'm
be
thankful.
happy. Yeah,
I am thankful.
Sure,
But-
it's a tough buzz here
Yeah.
for sure.
I'd say you're one of the more successful.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Sure.
I'm thankful. That's all it is, and I don't know where it's gonna go. I'm just thankful
Not
that
for you to say.
it-
Sometimes,
it's
you know.
not.
Yeah, the audience kind of dictates
Yeah.
that shit.
Well,
sometimes.
here's the thing. I
Okay.
don't think I'll ever stop making music. So,
Good.
like the thrill,
That's
the
good.
love, the craft of it. Like a lot of people like where you get your inspiration from. I grab it from out of the hat. The inspiration just comes out of nowhere,
Sorry, John.
and it's hard to explain. I don't really know exactly where it comes from, but I know it's never ending because it just keeps flowing in, and I don't see it ever stopping. But like, I just love the craft. I just love doing it, and I make music selfishly for me because it's my immortality.
I think that's how that should go. I think that's how that. I think that's how that should go. I think once you start making it for the mainstream, that's a problem.
Always
You know what I
create for
mean?
yourself. Always art for
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
I mean, even though my art is only limited to the podcast. I want to do this for myself.
Well, you're branching out because you're hitting different genres of individuals in different
in some music management, okay, I could see a manager taking an artist like Nick and going, hey man, you're hitting on this hip hop thing. Let's ride that for a little bit. But I would probably never say, don't do that metal thing. I would say totally do that metal thing and let's sell that a whole other way.
Start a metal band. Start an R&B band. I say have 3 bands is what I would say.
I need the brand as Nick Gibbs being hip hop, right? But we brand a whole other thing. We'll give him a mask or some shit and make him.
Well, here's the thing: is like Nick Gibbs is also branding out. So like I think of it like this: I want to go to Knotfest. I want to go to an EDM festival like Danceutopia, and I want to go to a hip hop festival. I want to hit all of those.
Yeah, man.
Why wouldn't you?
That's my point.
It's all fun.
And like that's what I love to do. I wanna open for artists that I look up to. I wanna like the fact that I got to open up for people like R.A. the Rugged Man, Yuck Mouse, Snoop Dogg, Big Boy. Big names like that I look.
Don't get self-conscious now. That's cool fucking shows to open for, man.
Oh my God.
He's thinking when Dizzy Wright's coming.
Oh man, allegedly.
I would love to see you open in that show.
I would love to open. Well, first of all, Temple Live.
Cool shit.
Dope venue.
So they had that show this weekend. What is this annex part of the venue that they're doing?
What are you talking about?
Well, there was a show on Saturday. Sunday show, Non-Point was there. And it was not on the normal stage. It was in a different area of the building.
So there's the upstairs and downstairs.
What? Yeah, exactly. I didn't know
there's an upstairs venue and a downstairs.
Exactly.
The downstairs venue is a smaller venue.
That you fucking are making that face makes me feel better.
Save and Abel was in the downstairs venue.
Yeah, what? How? Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing. It's like in the corner of this fucking room.
It wasn't sold big enough.
Really?
Oh, really?
Saving Abel didn't sell enough tickets to be in the upstairs room.
Yeah, when it was their last album, 15 fucking years ago.
I played in a country band and I played that upstairs room.
I would love to be on the upstairs. I hope.
What is the upstairs room capacity? There was over 3.
It's thousands.
Thousands. There was over
because
300.
There's upper level.
Yeah, but if you have 3 to 500 people.
Thousands, man.
If you have 3 to 500 people on the floor, that's pretty good. Floor.
And then there's like the balcony, but they don't really open up that balcony.
There was like 500 people at Nest Fest there. About 500 people.
Right.
And there was so much room still in there.
Yeah, it looked empty?
Yeah. I'm saying thousands.
She's saying like 2,000.
I would say
what is the capacity of that
2,000.
I don't really know.
I don't either.
That would be my assumption. I would shoot 2,000.
But to me, I've been to a few shows there that weren't packed.
The Cotillion is like
500.
22,
yeah, something like that, yeah.
And that's a huge room. The Temple's smaller than that.
Well, but I think Temple, because it doesn't have the tables and chairs and things like that, it's more spacious.
The balcony's going to have a couple more fucking people.
Because I would say the balcony, I feel like the balcony takes exactly what the outer level of the cotillion chairs would be. That outer level chair, easy.
That's fair enough.
Easy.
That's very fair. And then the reserve tables are before.
Yeah, I would say it's about
right
the
outside
same.
the bar area.
I'd say cotillion and Temple are similar.
Probably.
But I think Temple is a little more
cooler venue.
Don't get me wrong.
I love the cotillion.
I want to be at the cotillion. I would love to perform. First, my preference would be opening for Tech 9 at the cotillion.
I mean, you probably that would be.
I've
seen Tech 9 at the cotillion. I don't know how many times.
I would love
try to go open for him at the Grenadier, dude, in Lawrence.
Bro, dude, the Granada was so sick.
The Grenasty, baby.
The Grenasty.
I've seen so many concerts at that place.
You played there?
Well, yeah. I played there.
Upstairs green room.
Oh, dude, the upstairs is so sick, dude.
I don't know nothing about it. I was just out in the crowd with a ticket.
Well, I slapped hands with Travis O'Gwen at the Granada. So the owner of Strange Music.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
I don't even know
I slapped hands with the CEO, and that was like, dude has a McLaren,
I bet.
He's
Strange Music, dude. The guy who owns Strange Music is probably doing pretty well. Yeah. I mean, Tech 9 ain't hurting.
No.
I remember the first time I saw Tech 9, it was with the Lynch Mob. Brother Lynch.
Brother Lynch, yeah.
Yeah.
Sealand,
yeah. It was all it was at the Cotillion. It was the first time I ever saw
it. But that's my dream, man. Opening at the Cotillion for Tech 9.
And shout out to
hometown.
Shout out to Tech 9. If you ever make that happen, we need you to get in contact with Tech 9 to do our podcast while he's here. I bet he would fucking do it. He's actually, I heard, a really fucking awesome
guy.
He is.
He is.
I've heard he's really fucking cool.
I met him a few times.
He's like 50.
I know a guitar player that plays with him.
He's dope.
Yeah.
I think he would come in, if we could make that happen, that would be fucking cool.
The person who I'm really tied with out of Strange Music is Joey Cool. That's one of my favorite.
Cool guy.
Yeah, Joey Cool?
Joey Cool.
You don't get a nickname like that if you ain't cool.
Mr. Cool.
Yeah,
Mr. Cool to be
Certain
exact.
circles.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know him yet, so Mr. Cool.
Mr.
I mean,
Cool.
I ain't gonna try to.
Joey Cool,
Yeah.
Jerry Robinson, King ISO, they all know me. And like good people, really, really cool people. And they're part of Strange Music, good people. Like the surrounding, like the circumference of everybody in that group is tight.
Well, that
and,
like
and they
record
recognize me,
label,
which
that
is
record label's been around for a long time, and they've done really great stuff. So
Well,
I
yeah.
assume they've got to be pretty nice fucking dudes.
they have thinned the herd a little bit. They've got rid of a few artists in there, but they had to fit new ones in. So like Mayday's solid. Like I'm super.
Yeah, I do actually like
Yeah, that's one we
Man, you got-
allegedly might be working on.
Yeah, that Mayday's cool.
Can we ever release this whole episode?
No.
Allegedly.
This is the last episode. We will be killed by the government and by all of the record labels.
But
Yes.
like they're banging the bongos, they have drums. Like I saw them perform at the Cotillion recently when they went on tour. That was really, really cool, man.
Well, what's the coolest thing you've opened for?
Snoop Dogg,
Snoop Dogg?
5,000 people.
Where was
That
that
was
at the
not-
Wave? Was that-
That was at the Wave.
Yeah.
I was
The
in
DJ Snoop Dogg.
a DJ Snoopadelic and Snoop
DJ
Dogg,
Snoopadelic.
which is the same person, and
Wow.
his
So
manager
how does that
is
show
a-
work? Does he like do a half DJ show?
So see, here's the beautiful thing. His manager is a genius. If anybody is his manager, please somebody get signed up by that management.
Yeah, hook
because
us up with that management team.
Please.
They can do our podcast
Because-
and Nick Gibbs shit too. We ain't mad. We'll all
I'll
come
allow
together.
it. Don't worry. I
I'll
don't
wear
mind.
the green hat.
I don't-
I did.
You bring your green hat.
I don't mind. It's okay. But he got charged double because he's doing technically 2 acts and he's doing half of each. So he did half of the work
Snoop Dogg is a genius.
and got paid double for it.
That dude is a genius.
Dude, there's a reason why he's on the Corona commercial.
There's a reason why he smoked a blunt on the fucking stage before he walked onto the Super Bowl, and everybody's just like, "It's Snoop."
What were you expecting?
I was expecting Snoop to smoke
At
a
the
blunt.
White House. He smoked at the White House.
Dude, he's Snoop Dogg. He's
Yeah.
like, if Snoop Dogg can smoke wherever he wants, why you fucking with anybody smoking weed somewhere? Like,
Nah.
get off it already.
That proves that money buys freedom.
It does a little bit.
So
It
you're
does a
like,
little
hey,
bit.
I'm just gonna buy this weed and smoke it in front of you, and what are you gonna do about it?
I opened up for ZZ Top in Iowa for 2 dates,
Whoa.
and Billy
Dude, he'll
Gibbons.
drop the shit on you. Like, you
Billy
can't-
Gibbons
you don't even
comes
realize
out,
He won't never
and
tell you.
and like so we were eating dinner, and Billy Gibbons comes sits at our table, and he's like, hey, so I paid my smoking fine in advance.
To the hotel,
No,
Or
to the venue.
to the venue.
You can't smoke in that venue, you know.
So he's like, here's a G-Bird, I'm fucking smoking.
No. He's like every night I smoke a cigar on stage,
That's smooth.
and he's like, so I paid that. This venue was $5,000, and
So he would just eat that to smoke.
What,
Yeah.
dude? It's ZZ Top. I ain't
Yeah.
no scratch off their back.
And I'm telling you,
Sharp dressed man.
and to me,
$5,000 to do that.
every single venue owner and manager that didn't say, okay, ZZ Top, just smoke your cigar, and I'm not going to charge you the $5,000 is a piece of shit.
Well, they.
come on.
I
No,
mean,
no, no.
I
There might be
know.
city ordinances. and
Hold
stuff.
on.
Actually, I totally believe, because I've actually met Billy Gibbons a couple different times, and he's just super cool. I think he did that to help the venue.
Well, yeah.
Just did that as a like, here you go.
I totally do.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm-
Well, that's a different light. I mean,
I totally believe
to smoke
that.
one cigar, $5,000 seems a little fucking steep.
Yeah.
Like, come on, it's ZZ Top. You should be happy ZZ Top.
I
That's like
totally
5
believe.
cents for him. Like a $5 bill. He's
still-
probably like, yeah, you
But
know.
still, though, that's a shit way to treat an artist.
No,
in my opinion.
but I totally believe that, like, he's like, hey,
Here you go.
I know that we were like a $25,000 band, you know, and he's like, let me pay your smoking fine. Let me smoke what I want to
Yeah,
smoke.
here's $5,000 back.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the case. He was like, wait, how much did I make tonight?
Allegedly, that was the case.
Allegedly.
And the other funny thing I got to say about Billy, just I don't mean to bust his chops, but he walks around in pajamas
I would
until
too.
he hits the stage.
Sounds like he's got it made.
That's fair.
Yeah, like,
Why
you
would-
see him
Sounds like a
backstage, you see him
dream,
at dinner.
That's
and
why
he's
I'm.
like in
That's why we are
pajamas.
in the future going to do a podcast featuring Aaron, where he's going to tell us all these actual fucking stories.
If I remember them all. And if-
Yeah. Well, I will stand here and just stare at you until you start talking about them.
Man.
So anyway, I wanted to ask you about what is the. I saw on your website that you won the GRRD award. What is that?
That's the GERD Award.
Yeah, explain. Explain.
So the GERD Award is an award ceremony that happens every year in Newport, California. COVID, of course, knocked off 2 years of that. Thank
Of course,
you,
like
COVID.
it did everything.
Otherwise, I'd be. So I got nominated again this year. But it's essentially, so people who get nominated from it are people like Tech Nine, people like Brother Lynch, Nipsey Hussle.
Is it a hip hop award?
It's hip hop, yes.
Okay.
So like Brother Lynch, Nipsey Hussle, Kevin Gates,
big names in the industry.
Bone Thugs.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. So literally anybody who's anybody
Shout out, baby.
gets those awards. And I got nominated in 2019, which was wild. And then in 2020 GERD Awards, I won. That dude,
So you got like the fucking award?
yes.
Nice.
It's called Mover and Shaker Award.
That's what I said. That's what I got.
So it was,
the Mover and Shaker GERD Award. That's what I got here.
and that was essentially because I was an up and coming artist. So this is, I'm going to spit some game for everybody out there.
Do it.
So
Yeah,
this
please.
is for you guys. Being authentic and being yourself and unapologetically yourself, not in an arrogant way, but in like a positive way. Be thankful, be humble, be respectful, because it'll take you farther than you could ever imagine. And like, I'll give you an example. So 2016, Tech Nine was performing in Davenport, Iowa. I was living there at the time, and just got my tax return, yay, and got my VIP access pass for the Strange Music show there.
So you're ready to ball.
Ready to
You're
go
on
in.
10.
Like, dude, I'm ready, right? And I've
Yeah,
never.
I'm coming in with my feet hot. I'm
And
strutting in this mother.
This is before I even doing rap music. Like, this is just me being a
So
fan.
how old are you at this time?
I was 24.
24?
Yeah, and essentially, so VIP, I go and meet everybody. So I slap hands with Tech Nine, Cess Crew, Stevie Stone, Chris Calico, Brother Lynch Hung.
Everybody.
It was wild at that moment. Brother Lynch Hung, by the way, is the most humble, most respectful guy.
I've heard that. Really
Dude,
nice guy.
really, really nice guy. Tech Nine, of course, everybody and their sister wanted to meet Tech Nine, so it was.
He's
really
a little bit on a
quick.
different level, so he's a bigger celebrity than a lot of
It
those
was
guys.
quick. It
Yeah.
was, hey, can we take a picture? And I say, hey, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
And that's all I could really
He's-
say.
I mean, everybody in the room wants that from him.
Yeah. So
that's a
like,
bigger-
I wasn't trying to like do anything extra with that. So C-Lim is still is or was the manager. I'm not 100% sure. Is the manager of Brother Lynch Hung, and he's done many tracks with big name artists like Mac Tay and things like
shit,
yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
I mean, everybody was at one point. Everybody was coming to Strange Music and snatching them guys up for features.
Well, yeah, but like C-Lim's from California, so he's Long Beach, California kind of guy. So yeah, very West Coast. You
Got
know,
some connections probably in the West Coast.
definitely,
Yeah, exactly.
definitely. And I was following him on Instagram before the whole show, so I was like, "Hey, yo, C-Lim, let me get one of your masks." Now, of course, he didn't realize that people were paying attention to his mask at the show. At the show, everybody's focused on everybody else, and I recognized him.
So you gave him some validation.
I was like, "Hey, C-Lim, please, can I get a mask?" And of course, he escorts me to the merch table, and I buy a Brother Lynch Hung mask, and I have everybody from Strange Music sign it. Yeah, and it's hung up in my wall. Like, this is the most monumental thing in existence there. But a maintaining conversation with him throughout, like, the duration. So, like, he took a picture of me with Brother Lynch Hung with the mask, because it's Brother Lynch Hung's mask, with all the signatures on it. And if you guys ever see the picture, it's on my Instagram. It's way down in 2016.
We'll try to repost it. We'll talk it so you can see it from this episode.
yeah.
We'll repost it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can
We'll
see
move
the
back to the
look
top.
on my face. Like, I'm like hella shocked. My eyes are big.
You're
ear
in
to ear.
you see in the
Jeez.
candy store when you meet.
Cheesing.
Like, Strange Music's a big fucking deal for this area of the country. Like, they have been holding hip hop down from the Kansas City, Mo area, branching into this whole Midwest for.
But
a
they're
long
all
time.
over the place.
They
though.
are.
So like,
But for us, it's kind of like the coolest shit that's happened closest to us. For me,
Right.
that's what I feel like. Tech Nine was like kind of our dude. He was the dude that was in KC Mo killing it. So it was
well,
like-
I just think every artist that comes out of that label is solid wordplay, solid delivery, definitely make a name of themselves. They're just
There's a
good.
brand.
Yeah, very solid. But it's also a brand that morphs. It's
Yeah.
never in
Well,
one
has-
box.
has.
Which, but anywho, so after slapping hands with C-Lim, I was maintaining contact because he was sharing my picture on his Instagram. And of course, I would reshare that, repost it on mine, say thank you for the love, things like that. But then also like message him saying, hey, I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for your time. You know, that type of.
You guys became friends, kind of.
But yeah, we are friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's okay.
And at any moment, anytime, I could hit him up and ask for advice, and he'd give it to me.
See, friends now. That's cool to say that. And a lot of you guys don't want to admit that you guys got these cool friends. Like this guy.
Well, you don't want to be fangirling. Like that's. I mean, I think you and I could see eye to eye on that. You don't want to be like, oh my god, he's like my best friend. And you don't want to sound weird, right?
I love the voice you put with that. I love the voice you put with that. I'm clipping the fuck out of that. I'm clipping the fuck out. You put a great voice with that shit.
Like you don't want to fangirl the shit out of that. You just want to be.
But sometimes that's awkward. And that's weird.
It's hella weird because it happens.
It's flattering
to you.
though too for other artists. I mean, they feel good about it, but you don't want to be a douche about it.
You don't want to be too much.
Yeah, I get
and
it.
like.
Let's be real.
I get it. But you can fan out I feel like the first time, can you guys at least be? Yeah, because when I meet a cool person.
Because first impressions are first impressions.
Yeah, dude, my hands were shaking when I slapped hands with Tech Nine.
Right,
like my hands were shaking.
Like I've met a few famous people and I was nervous.
And I couldn't say shit. I just could say thank you for your music. Thank you for your music. That was it. That's all I could get out at that moment. But like, so anywho, we maintain communication. I decide to make a track and like 27. No, that's 5 years. I haven't been in the game for 5 years. I made my first track about 4 years ago.
Did you record your first track by yourself?
And no, I went to a buddy in the basement.
Oh, okay.
It was buddy.
Somebody had a little studio and you're like, let's do some shit.
Hold on. You ain't been in the game 5 years?
No.
Man, you have a hell of a presence and a hell of a.
It's a hard worker.
Yeah, you have accomplished a lot in that 5 years, my friend.
Thank you.
Like, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm serious.
I'm 29.
29.
5 years. That ain't shit in the music career.
It's not.
Okay, like bands don't even get really seen till about 8 years. 10 years.
I know stand-up comedian, you got to run 10 to 15 years.
Kind of like that.
I was about 4 years. I'm about 4 years.
Locally, I would say that you have a really good handle on this market.
Thank you.
This hip hop market in Wichita, Kansas.
It's a hard market.
They've heard.
It's a hard ass market.
Yeah,
it is a hard market.
It's a hard market for hip hop.
And it's very
helps
craft.
if you're white hip hop.
Well, not necessarily.
You don't think so?
Well, I got put in a box so quick. Why do you think I'm so I'm really breaking out of the barrier? Because I got instantly, as a white rapper in here, I should rap fast. Like
that is the thing of white rappers. They do expect you to rap fast.
And I can rap fast, but I can also rap slow. But I can also stream. I can also sing.
Rap is good. Hip hop is good if it's good. It doesn't have to be fast, slow, or anything.
To
me, it just has to be good.
There were expectations. I'm aware that there was probably that going on. But you come out so original, man. Dude, you wear a suit when you play. Okay?
That is gangster as fuck.
You come out very original.
Thank you.
What you do hasn't been done, and so it transcends that like racial, like white black kind of thing. You're just doing what you do, no apologies. You come out with a classic ass microphone.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? A wireless, like classic microphone.
And I'll give you, and I'm going to reciprocate the same thing.
And I'm just saying, a suit and classic microphone. That's kind of some classic white guy shit.
Yes.
You know, that's like some Frank Sinatra. That's some Rat Pack kind of like hold back. You know, and you do that. But you come with your own kind of fresh style that I think people appreciate. You're not ripping people off.
Thank you.
You're not trying to coattail ride it.
Well,
you're doing a really cool thing.
Well, when I first
and in 5 years, man. Yeah.
I think his whole style reciprocates. Before I let you go, his everything that I see from you is you. You're high class for one. Like your website is you. The way you dress and present yourself, and the way that you feature on other artists. It's even when you're doing other types of music, Nick Gibbs comes through on all the things that I've seen, and that's hard to do as an artist.
Thank you.
So when you do that, no matter what genre you come from, I feel like authenticity sells. And when I heard you say, I wrote it down. I had to say it because you said one of my favorite things of all time: unapologetically myself. Yeah. That is a phrase that I have used for my lifetime.
Next album. That should be the next album title.
You're gonna know. I tell you right now, be unapologetic yourself. If you're not an asshole, if you're an asshole, try to be somebody else a little bit.
Start apologizing.
Yeah, start apologizing a little bit. But for the most part, if you're just be true to who you are. It rings home with everybody, and
Absolutely.
that's what you're doing. And I will give you the same. Thank you. And I will say it one more time: when you look at everything that he puts his name on, it's sleek, good, well put together, nice.
There's a branding to it,
and I appreciate because as we're trying to do the same thing with our podcast, I love the image and the artistry that you present.
Thank you.
So
I do appreciate that.
We are wrapping up. Man.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Okay.
Tell us how to get to your stuff. Tell us how to find you. Tell us how to follow you.
Okay.
And tell us what's the best one to go to.
Pimp some next shows.
Yeah, pimp everything, anything and everything.
Lightning round. Ready?
And shoot.
All right. Okay. So if you can Google Nick Gibbs and I'll be right there. So I'm the first one on Google. So just Google Nick Gibbs. You can find my website up there. You can find my Spotify. The original. The OG. The original Gibbs. Okay. You can find me on nickgibbs316.com. You can find me on Spotify. Just search Nick Gibbs. You can see me right there. Search Jason Catlett for my heavy metal music. You can find Ashen King, which is also on my Spotify link, or Manifested, which is just released. Shout out to Jason Catlett for that. On top of that, you can find me on YouTube. Just search Nick Gibbs. You can find me there. And then more importantly, follow me on Facebook, Instagram. Just search Nick Gibbs. You find me right there too.
And let's be honest, 100%. We need this from you as our viewers, and we need you as fans from all of the artists around town. We need you to transfer mediums for us. We need you to. We love that you are following us on Facebook.
Multimedia.
We love the fact that you are our friends on Facebook. We love it. We love the fact that you're following our stuff. Can you please reach over to our Spotify, reach over to our YouTube, and for the artists that are on our show, reach over and subscribe. And if you lazy ass just can make an email address, subscribe to everything, please.
Might as well.
It helps us a ton. We love your feedback on Facebook, and we ain't going to tell you to stop. We love you.
And we're working on it.
We're trying to make things better for you all the time.
Everything
Please.
you say, we take into account.
Yeah,
and
don't be afraid to comment. Tell us what we need to do better. We're always looking to hear input from our fans because we need you. Without you, we can't do anything. But we need you to click subscribe. We need you to click subscribe.
I saw this one comment about your man bun.
Well, I mean, that's...
I'm just going to put it out there to you. I deleted it because I didn't want you to see it.
I mean, honestly, I'm okay with it. I mean, it's my hair. I'm okay with it.
And I think it's dead sexy. You know I love it.
Well, I mean, I ain't trying to fuck that guy. I've had numerous hate about my hair in many places, and
it wasn't a dude. It was a Swedish bikini model.
Well, maybe I'll reconsider the things then. Until I get a focus group about it, then let me know. We love all of you. Episode 15 in the books.
Yes.
Thanks, Nick Gibbs, for doing this.
Of course.
Get to nickgibbs316.com first and foremost and get all this stuff, okay?
Yeah.
We love you guys. Thank you.
All right, let's play our theme song.
Roll that shit.
Is it a podcast? Is it a show? Ellie and Austin.